Eurostar and local trains were disrupted at Paris Gare du Nord station after the discovery of an unexploded World War II bomb. Pope Francis continued to rest in hospital 3 weeks after he was admitted with pneumonia in both lungs.
Ukrainian President Volodymyr Zelensky called for an air and sea truce after Ukraine came under fire by a massive Russian drone and missile attack. Russia fired 67 missiles from air, land and sea and launched 194 strike and decoy drones, that is according to Ukraine's Air Force. At least 10 people, including a child, were wounded. Zelensky wrote that the Odessa, Poltava, Chernihiv, Kharkiv and Ternopil regions were struck. Russia mainly targeted Ukraine's energy infrastructure, including the Black Sea port of Odessa, which was struck in the early hours of Friday. The attack came hours after Zelensky confirmed talks with the US on ending Russia's full-scale invasion, which will take place next week in Saudi Arabia. A series of boycott movements emerged in response to the United States' recent policy changes, including Washington's decision to halt aid to Ukraine and the announcement of tariffs on Europe. The aim of the group, to urge members to stop buying and using US products and services.
För mig så börjar det faktiskt med att jag behövde agera. När jag inte får rösta i det amerikanska valet, när jag inte kan demonstrera på gatorna i USA, då känner jag att jag måste göra någonting.
On the page, members share recommendations on alternative options to US goods and services, but for some, making the switch is not as evident as it might seem.
Gud, jag tycker det är lite svårt att säga för att ja, man går ju och gör sina dagliga inköp och man tänker kanske inte alltid vart det kommer ifrån.
Facebook, ironically an American social media platform, has been popular for the creation of the groups.
Traffic at the Gare du Nord train station in Paris came to a halt on Friday after an unexploded bomb dating back from World War II was discovered in the middle of the train tracks. Gare du Nord is the busiest railway station in all of Europe, with around 220 million passengers transiting through each year. Trains such as the Thalys as well as the Eurostar going to major cities in France, but as well as major European capitals were all cancelled.
J'avais une obligation de me retrouver là-bas et donc du coup ouais, c'est un peu embêtant.
Et donc quel est ton état d'esprit en ce moment?
Écoute, pour l'instant c'est de trouver des solutions et après en fin de journée je verrai si je suis content ou moins content.
Finalement, on a la chance de pouvoir avoir quelqu'un qui va venir nous chercher pour donc finir le trajet en voiture. Non, moi je suis pas du tout. Je suis content. Il y a pas de souci. Je suis pas alarmé de ne pas avoir eu mon train.
The last time a World War II shell was discovered on train tracks was back in 2019 in the western suburbs of Paris. Back then, the local traffic was heavily disrupted. But a disruption of this magnitude on a Friday, and especially at Europe's busiest train station, is quite unprecedented.
Pope Francis continued to rest in hospital on Friday, 3 weeks after he was admitted with pneumonia in both lungs. On Thursday, he thanked people for their prayers in an audio message broadcast. The Vatican has given twice daily updates on Pope Francis's medical condition, but has distributed no photos or videos of him since the morning of the 14th of February. Doctors on Thursday reported that the Pope was in stable condition, with no new respiratory crises or fever, and that he continued his respiratory and other physical therapy. His prognosis remains guarded, meaning he is not out of danger. The 88-year-old pontiff has chronic lung disease and had part of one lung removed as a young man.